Well, it was a near perfect day of trading for me in this morning session. I had 5 trades, 0 losers, all winners, coming in just shy of $1,000 on the day. So we're going to go and get into the trades that I took while live on the stream this morning, which happens here on my YouTube channel. It's free to watch. You can come hang out every morning at 8:20 a.m. Central Time. So let's go and get into those trades. Please sit back and enjoy the stream recap. Happy Friday. Opening up the charts this morning, it was the first time to see that we had a very heavy looking day. It looks like it got slapped right at the close, huh? Pretty interesting there. We did have news come out at 7:30, consumer spending. And then we have 9 o'clock top of the hour sentiment news as well. You can see the 7:30 news candle, about 150 points. We are testing yesterday's value area low right now. So getting above this nice and strong, breaking above, coming back down to test this high at 20 potentially. So like a nice breakout, come back down, test this little high here. Could be a nice rip to the upside back into the 400s. We'll see. We do have that news at 9 o'clock. So it could be a fake out and come on down. I don't know. I'm going to be patient. I'm going to scalp it out and go from there. Trying to potentially pop this again. We're right at 850. Psych level. ES coming into 850 as well. Putting in some decent volume here at 54 actually. With some selling going on as well. I'm going to take the short here. Right at 54. Down 5 points right now. This looks interesting to me and I want to take it. We're seeing the slap and all that volume come through. To me, it's typically a pretty decent sign. The only thing that we got going against me right now, well, we got a couple blocks at the top side, which are a little concerning. So I'll be looking for just like a scalp out of this. But I like the setup here that I'm seeing with delta, volume, price. Down 7 points to 10 points to flat. Just kind of wiggling around 10 points, I guess. We're right on that 15-minute high as well. Got 40 seconds left on this candle. This is what it looks like on a structure perspective. I really want to open this thing up. I'm going to. I will manually kill as needed, but I want an active God flush. All right, coming down a little bit here. Nas looks nice and heavy on Delta as well. We're right at that level. I feel like 23 could be pretty interesting, but I also don't want to give back too much here, and it's running all the way back. We're not seeing any buying on this move. I'm probably going to get stopped out, but I potentially would look for a re-entry, honestly. Because this just looks so heavy. Wow, missed my stop by a tick or two. That never happens. Might be a sign for me just to take the money and run. I'm going to. Missed my stop by 2 ticks. Should just take the money. At the end of the day, I'm happy with the $170. I think it ran up to like 420, 400, something around there, 20 points. We're kind of stalling out here a little bit, and that's a little spooky, and I would rather take 170 bucks than $0. Market's been open for what, 18 minutes? So pretty happy with that. Not going to complain for sure. Finished my Top Step Pro account yesterday, fully funded trader. Yo, GG's Lucas. Chat, drop a GG for Lucas. That's huge. Fully funded trader with Top Step. If you don't know what that is, he passed a 2-step process in order to prove to this company called Top Step. That he can trade. And now they're giving him money to trade with. He gets to keep 90% of it. They take 10% because they're putting up all the risk. If he loses money, it's not out of his pocket. So GG's, dude. If you want to check that out, it's the first link down below. ES kicked point and control. Nas back up to the bottom of the range. Pushing back into that volume. I'm going to take the short here. Delta looking a little heavy as we push back into volume. We see a bunch of buyers come out. I'll kill it. But overall, looks heavy. Sitting right at resistance and volume, right into volume at psych, or right into psych level and volume at 300 again. I missed my fill just barely. Don't be a dick for a tick, right? I should not be a dick for a tick, so I went ahead and killed that. So that's 2 trades in on the day. We're up 20 points, 400 bucks. Happy with the execution so far for the most part. We had like one little fake out here, but whatever. Would have gotten fully filled out at 300, but I don't want to be a dick for a tick. It's close enough to volume and psych level where I feel like we could realistically rip out of it. And I would be sad if I did that. So take the money and run. Subscribe if you have not yet subscribed to the channel. I'm live every day, Monday through Friday, 8:20 a.m. Central Time. Except yesterday because I was playing golf with a buddy. Nice little push. We're kind of feeling a little choppy right now on the ES. Nas, I'm not sold on yet. But we did have a 100-point opening range, which would kind of imply a little bit of a chop day. So we'll see what happens. If we have a bunch of buyers here, which we kind of have, I don't like the longs off 300 with the ES ripping like this. I'm going to take it. taking the long here, looking for a little bit more push to the upside. Delta looks okay. ES trying to push into volume. It broke the prior high. Thought we had a little bit more juice right here. Down 7 points. I'm looking at volume here. Kind of middle of the range. There we go. Nice ripping. Broke the prior high. Or traded right at it, I should say. Little slap off it, but buyers still look good here. And I'm out. Right into volume. Nice. That was a great trade. Could have been a little bit more patient for the 300 ad right here, but I thought it was looking like it was about to break out, so I wanted to participate. I wanted to participate more than I cared about the 10 points here. So that's the third trade on the day. Currently, longest trade time 6 minutes, average trade time 3 minutes, up 721. Happy with all of those numbers. Let's see this 41 trade, I guess, probably. This is still the 80s. Seems like a magnet to me on the ES still. I'm gonna go and take the long here. I'm willing to give up the extra 7 points or whatever, but we're starting to see a little bit of curl. I think I still like the 80s at some point. And I also pretty much like the top of the range at 60s, so see what happens. Got 1 minute left on this candle. I'm gonna go and put in my stop. I'm up 10 points on a fairly slowy sort of situation. I'm gonna go and take that. Happy with that trade as well. These blocks on the ES seem like a magnet. We're trying to pop the prior highs here. I think we get a nice rip. I probably would have gotten filled out completely, but I'd rather be smart and take out right below volume here than wish I had taken some money. At the end of the day, I got, what, 160 bucks here. Average trade time right now, 2 minutes and 38 seconds. Up 882. Happy with that. Still think there's going to be a little bit more opportunity here, though. Well, we ran the 80s. We're rejecting off of it. We ran perfectly to it. Got some sellers coming through on the Nas as we reject 80 on the Nasdaq as well. As we test volume now, I kind of think we snapped the downside. I'm going to take it. Looking for a little bit more melt down into the 40s. Basically looking at this prior low. It seems like we swept the upside wicks. So I would imagine we sweep the downside wicks as well. Looking at low volume here. Not doing it yet. We'll see if it does it though. All right, I'm killing that. It's right at 50 cycle level. You can just see it like try to grind and then it's just having a hard time. Kind of trying to push back up into 59. What does that bring us to? 993. $7 off. Uh-oh. $7 off. Gotta be careful. Every time I try and take a trade, when I'm like right at $1,000, I don't know, things go poorly.